Hello once again, individuals, and welcome to another episode of the Kerbal Space Program. You may notice that my voice sounds even awesomer than usual. I have a new microphone because the old one broke. And this is just in time for 800 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I still don't know what I'm doing that you like, but I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing, and hopefully you like that. Today I am going to show you the THROMGORD Mark II. I have already made a second version of the THROMGORD, and it is better than the first version of the THROMGORD in almost every single way. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing off of the ground now, just by firing up our lovely little VTOL engine, which you can see on the bottom right there. And once that is done, it is time to begin showing you the awesomeness of this new THROMGORD. Come on, there we are. Yes, it is off of the ground. Very nice. So, this THROMGORD is much better than the old THROMGORD in several ways. It has much fewer parts, and it's also quite small. As a matter of fact, I think it has 76, 78 parts, and a full 40-something of them come from the missiles themselves. Speaking of which, there are 12 of them in two groups of 6. So it's lighter, and yet it has more missiles. And furthermore, these missiles are pretty cool, and I can reliably fire them at all sorts of targets. How? Well, let's go ahead and see. I am going to go into the cockpit. And do you see where the horizon is right about now? You want to fire your missiles so that right here, right in between the ram air intakes, a little bit higher than where the horizon is right now, those missiles are going to go right there. Let's go ahead and demonstrate by going and trying to hit some large target just for calibration purposes. And that will probably be the vehicle assembly building, because the vehicle assembly building doesn't really do much. Sure, you can build rockets there, but personally I prefer the spaceplane hangar so massively much that, well, I'm not going to hit the spaceplane hangar first. So, let's go ahead, and now that we're a bit closer to the vehicle assembly building, we can fire off some missiles at it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire! And we can zoom in and watch the path of those little missiles, and we have 2 direct hits, pretty much exactly where you would expect them to be. So, it is time for us to find some more targets for the THROMGORD to hit. 3, 2, 1, fire. And there they go, and 2 direct hits, and I guess we can fire at it again, because, I mean, we're at the right place for it, and 2 more direct hits, and we've probably terrified the pants off of those astronomers, which is rather unfortunate, actually. There is the tower that we want. 3, 2, 1, and fire. And there they go, and we have 1 direct hit and 1 near miss. But I think that nonetheless, that proves that you can fire at relatively skinny targets and still have a pretty good hit rate. Let's also fire at the radio telescope, because it is right in our field of view. And 2 more direct hits. I think you're beginning to sense a trend here. 1 final target that we must hit. We must go and hit that little control tower that's up there. Let's go ahead and move towards it a bit. I can also throttle down a little bit. And I suppose that we are at adequate firing range right now. So, firing in 3, 2, 1, and fire. And there the missiles go, for 2 direct hits on the control tower. And now it is just time for us to land it somewhere. I think that we might want to land it on the helipad, because I always land my VTOLs on the helipad. It's a bit of a tradition with me, and you don't want to break with tradition. So as we progress towards the vehicle assembly building and towards our eventual destination of the helipad, I guess that this is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this. I certainly had a lot of fun making the THROMGORD Mark II, and I have a lot of fun flying it. It's one of my best VTOLs to date, I should say. Have a very nice day, individuals. Like, favorite, subscribe, and share, please. And I will see you next time with another episode of the Kerbal Space Program. Peace.